On.
Wala po, Your Honor.
Alright, okay, so go ahead.
Kailan ka po na-assign dyan sa aviation?
2000 po, Your Honor. 2004.
2000?
2004, 2004 po, Your Honor.
Sino po naglagay sa inyo dyan?
Shoot order lang po, Your Honor.
Order po nino?
Kasi may isang tinatawag na Air Marshal. Kaya lahat kami galing Davao, na-shoot order kami, napunta kami dyan sa aviation po, Your Honor.
So may mga kasama rin kayo from Davao?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Hindi po si Mayor Duterte, now the President, ang naglagay sa inyo dyan o nag-recommend na ilagay kayo dyan?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Ano ho bang natapos nyo?
But your Science
Kurso.
Custom Administration, Your Honor.
Bachelor
Custom Administration.
Bachelor of Customs,
Bachelor of Science in Customs Administration.
Yes po, Your Honor.
BS Customs. Sino pa ho ba yung hindi kasama ng heinous crime? Yes, SPO4, Sanson, Benaventura.
Yes po.
Dahil driver nga po kayo.
Asal po ako kay
At kinonfirm niyo po na mula pa ho na fiscal si Mayor at President Duterte ay driver na po kayo.
Hindi po. Assign ako sa police station. Minsan daw, magsama lang po kami.
So
Hindi ako.
magkaibigan kayo ni
Parang
Mayor.
gano'n na po.
Kasama kayo. Sidekick, parang gano'n ho.
Hindi naman, minsan magtawag, daanan niya ako, kaya may puntahan siya. Gano'n lang po.
So dinideny niyo po na ang tawag sa inyo, Little Mayor? Kayo daw po ang Little Mayor na tinatawag.
Si Matubato lang po nagsabi niya niyo.
Wala ho dito nakakaalam na siya ang tinatawag ni Little Mayor? Raise your hands.
With the permission of Senator De Lima. Ano na assignment mo ngayon?
After nag-retire po ako,
Ano?
napasok po ako as security officer sa City Government of Davao.
City Government,
City Government
of Davao. So, hindi ka sinama na iwan ka na ron?
Hindi po.
Yeah.
Dahil si Mayor Asisara.
So sino pa po? Yes, SPO1 Biznar.
PO2 Alfredo Bisnar po, Your Honor. Yes.
Ano opisina ho kayo uli?
Police Precinct 3.
Ba't
Talomo.
iba-ibang...
Talomo. Police Station, Your Honor.
Excuse me. Yung nilagay sa inyong SPO dyan, galing kay Matabato yun. Tama ba yun?
Sa listahan.
Yun ang sinabi ni Matabato. Kaya yung mga tao dito sa Senado, nilagay kung anong rango nyo. Pero halimbawa, si Mr. Bisnar, dito SPO1. Pero PO2 siya. Tama?
Yes, Your
Si
Honor.
Arnold D. Chavez, SPO4.
PO3 po.
PO3. Oh,
Naging mister yun.
bakit naging Mr.?
Ano sabi ni Matubato? Civilian.
Civilian. O, sa mali na naman yan. Pakisulat lang nyo. Ah? Si Senior Superintendent Tony Rivera.
I just would like to correct my rank, Your Honor. I'm not Police Senior Superintendent. I'm Police Superintendent.
Police Superintendent.
Opo,
Opo. So,
Your Honor.
nakalagay ito kay Matubato, Senior. Ayaw nyo ba, pinopromote kayo?
Hindi na. Ano rango?
Espiritu Renante Medina, Your Honor.
Remote ka naman.
Tinimod naman. Si Medina, SPO2. Pero sabi ni Matabato, SPO1. I hope you're taking this down. And Lieutenant Ubales, SPO3.
Ang ranggo ko po ngayon, Your Honor, is SPO4.
SPO4. Oh,
Pero noon, SPO3 ka nung panahon ni Matubato.
hindi niya nga tinanong eh.
Ano ba? Siguro, SPO1 pa ko nga ko noon eh.
Nandito ho ba si Colonel Tony Rivera?
Ayun.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Ano ho ba yung posisyon nyo ngayon?
I'm currently the Deputy City Director for Administration of the Davao City Police Office, Your Honor.
And is it true you were the former aide of now Police Director General De La Rosa when he was still the City Police Director?
No, Your Honor. Nagtrabaho lang ako sa kanya, Your Honor.
Nagtrabaho po kayo sa kanya?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now you're
One
a
of his,
deputy? Deputy, ano po uli?
Deputy City Director for Administration, Your Honor.
For administration?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were never part of the heinous crime
Signed the- no, Your
investigation
Honor.
section?
No, Your Honor.
But you were part of,
Previously, I was the head of the Investigation and Detective Management Branch of the Davao City Police Office.
the mother unit of heinous crime investigation
The
section?
heinous crime investigation section is simply one of the section of the IDNB.
Nandito ho ulit, nasaan ho ulit si Medina and also si Aquino? Furog is not here, correct? How about Aquino?
Aquino, Chief. Retired. SPO?
SPO to Rizalito.
So, tama yan, SPO2 ka nag-retire.
SPO3, Your Honor.
SPO3 ka nag-retire.
SPO3 nag-retire, Your Honor.
Pero nung panahon ni Matubato doon, nakikita. Kilala mo si Matubato?
Kilala, Your Honor.
So, SPO2 ka nung makilala mo siya o SPO3 ka na?
SPO1, Your Honor.
SPO1. Oh.
don't have to swear every time you talk.
Sige. Tama yun, tama yun. Akala ko may inaabang muli lang ako lumabit. Kaya, sige. SPO1 ka nung kilala ka ni Matubato. Ngayon, SPO3 ka na.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, for the record, nakalagay sa inyo, SPO2. Dahil yun ang sinabi ni Mr. Matubato noon. Di ba? Sa amin lang yun, no? So, SPO3 na si Mr. Aquino. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Ulitin ko po yung tanong sa lahat. Pakiraise mo yung hands nyo dun sa mga nakakaalam, nakakakita kay Mr. Matubato na madalas merong daladalang M14 rifle o kaya granada. Pakiraise ho. Sino ho bang mga nakakakita noon?
Let the record state that, is that Mr. Ayaw there?
Including yung
SPO4
mga,
Ayaw?
including po yung mga kanina.
SPO4 Ayaw? Kumawan?
Kumawan, Las Cañas,
Sasama, Your Honor.
Kasama, nakita ko siya.
Samal.
Palagi, Your Honor, palagi.
At the record state, palagi na nakikita sa Samar si Sanson Benaventura, yung driver ni Mayor Duterte ng araw. Nakikita niya naka M14 sa Samar, si Samal Island. Sila, si Juan, at saka si Mr. Laud.
Your Honor.
SPO4 Laud.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kasama mo siya nakita.
Yes, Your
Sa
Honor.
Davao, hindi mo siya nakikita.
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Okay.
So pumupunta rin po kayo sa Samal.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Anong ginagawa niyo sa Samal?
Minsan po, Your Honor, yung grupo namin na nagmo-motor riding, pag weekends, doon kami pumunta, Your Honor. Minsan nakikita namin yan si Edgar Matubato sa may pista, doon ata, minsan. May dala-dala siya, may suot yan siya ng camouflage, may marking Scout Ranger, tapos may nameplate Matubato at saka Army. Tapos may dala siyang M14, Granada at saka 45, Your Honor.
Motor riding. Grupo kayo ng mga motor riding? Motorcycle riders?
Motorcycle. Oo.
So, pumupunta po kayo sa Samal Island, sa Island Garden City of Samal, para
Magra-ride lang, Your Honor.
motorcycle riding.
Yes po, Your
Hindi
Honor.
kayo pumupunta doon para magtapon ng mga bangkay.
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Yung sinasabi ni Mr.
Hindi po, Your
Matubato. Napupunta po ba kayo dun sa lugar, sa resort ni Mayor Antalan?
Ay, hindi po, Your Honor.
Never po kayo napunta doon.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Now, tungkol uli po sa pagdadala ng firearms, M14 rifle o kaya granada. So, tinatanong nga kanina, we express some surprise kung bakit gano'n na hindi man lang hinuhuli. Pero, sa bandang huli, June 19, 2014, na hindi na po, umalis na daw po si Mr. Matubato sa grupo niyo, yung sinasabi niyang DDS. Pero alam ko po, hindi niyo yan tinatanggap na merong DDS. Sabi lang po yan ni Mr. Matubato. Nung wala na po siya doon, Kasi 2013 po siya umalis, later part of 2013. Noong June 19, 2014, Medina, Furog, and Aquino, inaresto niyo daw po si Matubato for illegal possession of firearms and ammunition. Meron nga akong record dito, police record and affidavit complaint. So, kung dati na siya nagdadala, as attested to by some of you, bakit all of a sudden, wala na siya? Na ito na nga po siguro yung pagkatapos na nung pagpatay kay Richard King in June 12 of 2014, saka nyo lang naisipan, kasuhan siya ng illegal possession of firearms. Ang nag-file are Medina, Furog, and Aquino. Pakiliwanag nga ho sa amin yon, bakit sa bandang huli nyo na lang siya hinuhuli o inaaresto nung wala na siya, nagtiwalag na siya, pero yung claim nga ho niya ay gusto gawin siyang fall guy dun sa pagpatay kay Richard K. Can you explain?
Just for the record, the chair recognizes Mr. Medina. Ano ang sagot mo daw?
Your Honor, may private complainant kasi nagtawag sa opisina namin na mayroong tao doon na nagdadala ng baril sa labas ng premises nila, Your Honor. Kaya nagresponde kami doon. Kaya nabutan namin si Edgardo na nakabitbit yung baril niya, nakita. So in Plimbio, inaresto namin siya, Your Honor.
Anong klase ng baril ang dala niya? Anong maras niya?
45, Your Honor.
45.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tinatawag ba kayo? Kayo, heinous crimes ka, di ba?
That time, Your Honor, nasa ako sa Investigation Division, Mainstream Trans, Your Honor. Kasi
So
wala
kayo ang
nang heinous
dinispatch
crime
ng
that
heinous
time.
crimes.
Yes, Your
Ang
Honor.
dinispatch Investigation Division.
Kasi wala nang heinous crime that time, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
nung nag-respond kayo, hindi nyo alam na si Matubato yung nirereklamo?
Hindi ko alam, Your Honor, kasi...
Noon lang, when you saw him carrying the firearm, noon nyo lang nalaman na si Matubato pala yung...
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So you went there not as heinous crimes but investigation unit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Iba yun, ibang unit yun, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sige, alright. Si Aquino, SPO 3 Aquino, ano ang retired na kayo, no? Nung nag-respond kayo, you were responding as what? Anong unit niya?
Your Honor, at that time, Your Honor, nakasign ako sa Investigation Division, kasama ko yung Medina, Your Honor.
Investigation Division rin. Okay, that's very clear. Alright. Sino pa yung isa? Purog. Wala si Purog.
Ano assignment niya?
Ano assignment ni Purog ng ano? If you know. Alam mo ba kung saan nakasign si Purog, SPO 1 Medina?
I cannot remember, Your Honor.
Ikaw, Rizalino Aquino, alam mo kung saan nakasign si...
Hindi ko alam, Your Honor, kung saan siya nakasign, Your Honor.
pero sumabay siya sa inyo. Sabay-sabay ba kayo dumating, isang grupo o iba-ibang lakad?
That time, Your Honor, nang may public complainant, Your Honor, nakataon si Purog andun sa opisina namin, Your Honor.
Nandun siya at that time. So sabay-sabay kayo lumakad. Tama ba
Yes,
yun?
Your Honor. Sabay-sabay kami lumakad, Your Honor.
Ang nasasakyan nyo?
Yung service vehicle namin, Your Honor.
Police jeep or police car?
Police car, Your Honor.
Anong klase?
Yung Tamaraw FX, Your Honor.
Tama raw.
FX, Your Honor.
Okay. Parang pick up yun, di ba?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Kung nahuli niyo siya ng illegal possession, di ba? Kasi expired yung kanyang permit to carry.
Yes, Your
Pero
Honor.
meron siyang lisensya.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, violation lang ng yung permit to carry.
Permit expired.
1806.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama ba yun? 1806 ba yun? Anyway, tama ba yung PD? Anyway, never mind. Bakit kailangan gulpihin ninyo pa? Nahuli nyo lang naman na illegal possession.
Hindi namin ginulpi, Your Honor.
Ano, napasusob? Ano pala?
Your Honor, wala nangyari na gulpihan, Your Honor.
Noong nahuli ninyo, ano yung ginawa ninyo? Kagad. Pagkahuli, siyempre, dalhin sa opisina, ano yung sinunod yung proseso?
Your Honor, pagkahuli namin, Your Honor, in-endorse namin, Your Honor, sa this officer, Your Honor, sa Investigation Division, Your Honor.
Kayo na yun Investigation Division Management.
May ano man tayo,
As
may
investigator.
officer as investigator, Your Honor.
And then, anong ginawa? Siyempre, kayo mag-execute ng affidavit of arrest, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Iskit up po ako ng kapilit pag kinabukasan in-inquest namin sa Your Honor.
Within the reglementary period.
Yes, Your Honor. Pagka umaga talaga, Your
Pag
Honor.
umaga, inquested na. So, and walang reason para interrogate ninyo kasi plain illegal possession of firearms or well, 1866 ba yan? Nakalimutan ko na.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun lang man talaga ang
Yun ang
rason
kaso.
para himuli namin sa Your Honor.
Wala kayong ano niya? 1866, di ba? PD.
Romel Mitra Respondents for Murder. Basahin ko po ang resolution, Mr. Chair. As set forth
Portion na lang ang basahin nyo, yung pinakauli, oh.
the dispositive portion po, Your Honors, in view of all the foregoing, it is hereby recommended that the investigation be momentarily deferred and the case be considered archived insofar as respondents is PO4 Provincio Pabo, is PO3 Jerry Baguhin, is PO1 Stephen Abelia, is PO1 Arturo Las Cañas, Edgar Matubato, and Police Senior Inspector Romel Metra are concerned without prejudice to its reopening should evidence warrant the same. It is further recommended that criminal complaint be filed against respondent SPO2 Robel Laguisma for infidelity in the custody of prisoners as provided under the Revised Penal Code in Article 224, evasion through negligence. In this case, be endorsed to the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor of Davao Oriental. Let the copy of this resolution and other pertinent documents be forwarded to the office aforementioned for each appropriate action. Davao City, Philippines, December 22, 1997. Attorney Edmundo R. Albay, Human Rights Attorney. Approved by Attorney Dominador N. Calamba II, Regional Human Rights Director po.
So ano po yun?
Ang sinasabi nyo, nakatakas yung preso?
As reported, Mr. Chair, by the Sigapoy Police, nakatakas po yung preso. And then, reportedly, after 3 or 5 days, nakita po siyang patay doon po sa vicinity ng Pantukan, which is nearby the Sigapoy, Davao Oriental.
Sino yung nakusaan ng infidelity in the custody of prisoners? Si Pabo?
Hindi po, Your Honor. SPO2 Robel Laguisma of the Sigapoy Police Station.
Okay. Custodian. Sino pa? Yun lang?
Yun na po.
Okay. So nakatakas at dahil dyan kinasuhan siya ng CHR ng sa provincial fiscal, sa provincial
Sino nakatakas?
court.
Si John Barsabal?
Yes, Your Honor. As per report and record from the Sigapoy Police.
Hindi ko siya pinatay?
Napatay siya after 5 days. Nakita siya at 5 days. 5 days or 4 days? After 5 days, nakita yung bangkay niya.
5 days or 3 days. Basahin ko po ito, Your Honors.
After you've read that, can we get a copy of that so we can put it as part of the records, ComSec? Andiyan ba? And also, just for information, I'm told that Mr. Matubato has left the building. But I'm trying to get in touch with him. We're trying to get in touch with him. Elvis?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Your Honors, on July 20, 1997, the dead body of Gaudencio Bersabal Jr. was found at King Beach, Pantucan, Davao del Norte, and was buried in Pantucan Municipal Cemetery on July 28, 1997.
97?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun yung maraming mina, di ba? Maraming minahan at saka madalas nagla-landslide. Tama ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
So just give us a copy of that, please. Ibang,
You have a copy of that?
iba po yan sa version ni Mr. Matubato.
ComSec, please mark the evidence.
And then yung sa kay Sally Macdum, siguro na narinig nyo na yung kwento tungkol kay Sally Macdum para hindi ho umaba ay ang sabi po ni Mr. Matubato ang kasama dun sa pagplano ng operation against Macdum, Las Cañas, Capote, Ubales, Purog, Gaston Aquino, Medina, and Jim Tan.
Well, those who were mentioned who are here, please raise your hand. Let the record state that Mr. Capote, Mr. Aquino, Mr. Tan, Mr. Medina, and Mr. Ubales, and Mr. Las Cañas have raised their hands. And who else? Sino pa? Medina? Di ba na-raise mo na? Wala nang ibang nag-raise na hand, no? Okay, sige, okay.
So, syempre po, tinatanggi niyo po yun. Ang sabi po ni... Yes po?
Hindi po totoo yan, Your Honor. Kasi kung mapayagan niyo po, may pakita po akong dokumento dito, Your Honor, na nangyari ang Macdom is 2000. Ang napasok ako kapag kapulis is 2001, Your Honor. Nandito po yung appointment ko, Your Honor.
Namatay si Macdum ng 2002?
2000, Your Honor.
2000? Sabi ni Matabato, 2002, namatay si Sally Macdum. Pero sa iyo, 2000, namatay si Macdum.
2000 po, Mr. Chair.
Ang sabi ni Matubato is 2002, pero ang record, Your Honor, is 2000.
Kaya,
November 8,
sinabi ko.
2000.
November 8, 2000, namatay si...
According to the records filed at NBI office, November 9, 2000.
November 9, actually 2000, namatay si Macdum.
Yes, sir.
At yan ay nakalagay sa NBI records, ganun ba?
Sa yung sa print, yung yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
Mayroon ba kayong record ng NBI dito yan?
Sa record ng NBI, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr.
Mr. Chair.
Recovered ba yung body ni Macdom? Yung sinasabi niya si Macdom, Your Honor, nang marinig namin na dito na kami daw ang inakusahan niya na umuli at pumatay kay Macdom. Ano kami ng records, naghahanap kami.
Nagalukat kayo ng records?
Nakita namin ang record sa FBI sa Piskalya na nangyari yung pagkawala ni Macdom year 2000.
Aha.
Tapos, 2001, nag-file ng kidnapping case ang NBI against Edgar Matubato and his 3 companions.
Identified yung 3 companions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sino-sino yan?
As para sa second remember, Your Honor, Edgar Matubato and a certain custodio.
Custodio?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the first name?
I don't remember, Your
Hindi,
Honor.
police?
But,
Does the NBI have a record here?
We have records, Your Honor.
Director, meron mo kayo record nun? Dr. General? Tama mo ba yung sinasabi niya? A copy of the record that's will definitely indicate that Macdum died in 2000 and not 2002 as claimed by Matabato.
Do we refer, Your Honor, to Sally Macdum? Is that Sally Macdum?
Sally Macdum, yes.
Okay. The truth of the matter is the case was assigned, or rather was referred to NBI Davao when I was still a young agent, November 14 of 2000. And the investigator was Gerald Intis. And it was reported on January 26, 2001. After the Bureau, NBI Simri of Davao, had, I'm referring to my notes, Your Honor, had filed a case of kidnapping for ransom against one Edgar Matubato, male of legal age, resident of Kilometer 14, Buhangin, Barangay Tagbabo, Piñaplata, Samal, Piñaplata Island Garden, City of Samal. Number 2, Sunny Custodio, male of legal age, ex-policeman.
Policeman.
Ex-policeman. It was records. Fish vendor, a resident of Piñaplata Island Garden, City of Samal. And the third was Nalwin Calpo, male of legal age, government employee, a resident of Piñaplata Island Garden, City of Samal. And then there is another one more, Raul Rodriguez, male of legal age, a resident of Kilometer 11, Salsa, Davao City.
Let the record state, excuse me, before I continue, that Mr. Matabato testified here, as I pointed out, that he was killed in 2002, Mr. Macdum. And yet there's a record here by the NBI, an investigation report that shows Mr. Macdum died in the year 2000, and that the record state further that a case was filed, which was never mentioned here by Mr. Matubato, that the case was filed against him for kidnapping with murder. Is that correct, NBI Director?
Kidnapping lang.
For the record, kidnapping for ransom.
Kidnapping for ransom. Wala pang murder.
Because that was, maybe that time,
At that time,
we didn't know that he was dead.
at that time, hindi pa na-recover. Was the body ever recovered?
I had no knowledge of it because after that, several months after that filing of the case, I was transferred na in Luzon, Bigan.
You were there in Mindanao at that time?
That time, sir, I was but several months after, I was transferred to Bigan.
Yes, okay. Let the record state that Mr. Matabato, against records of the NBI, failed to state here that he has been charged with kidnapping with ransom by the NBI along with 3 others, namely Custodio,
Di ba niya nabanggit yung
and 2 others, that will be Campo
Rodriguez.
and Rodriguez. And none of those who he accused were mentioned in that information. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
manifestation for the record, it may not have been mentioned by Mr. Matubato in the course of his testimony, but it forms part of my notes when I interviewed him. A criminal case for kidnapping was filed against him by Macdum's live-in partner or wife, Mirasol Marquez. He may not have mentioned that during the course of his testimony, but it's part of my notes nung in-interview ko po siya.
Well, I did not say.
Just a manifestation.
I did not say that it was part of your notes. I merely mentioned as a fact that we
Yes.
just found out that it is a fact that there is a case that has been filed against Mr. Macdum, against Mr. Matabato, the fact that Mr. Macdum died in the year 2000. And those people, as I said, were mentioned as part of his the principles or whatever it is, and also at the same time, none of the people that are here have been mentioned as having participated there. On the other hand, Mr. Matubato accused some people here, including Art Lascana, including sino ba yan? Medina and Aquino and Tan Capote, as having been part of the people who abducted and killed him. In fact, ultimately he claimed that he was garroted. Sinabi niya binikti, nilastas ang leeg, pero of course hindi niya sinabi yung kagad. Sinabi niya nagpapalit siya ng istorya at pagkatapos chilap-chap. I just state that for the record. Now, there's a manifestation by Secretary De Lima that she had it in her notes, and maybe it was an oversight on the part of Secretary De Lima that that information was not given to us at the proper time.
Mr. Chair, I was about to,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Lacson is recognized.
I was about to ask, and it's not my intention to put Senator De Lima on the spot. I would just like to know why she did not manifest, since that incident, including the charges filed against Matubato and 3 others, nandun sa notes niya, bakit hindi siya nag-manifest noong tinatanong natin si Matubato?
Siguro po hindi ko to nakita sa notes ko at that time when he was testifying. It's just now that I'm reviewing my notes that napansin ko nga po na nandito. A criminal case for kidnapping was filed against me by Macdum's live-in partner, wife Mirasol Marquez. And tungkol din nga po dun sa...
Kasi po, excuse me, Senator De Lima, kasi po, sana, kung na-manifest yun nun, baka hindi na natin ay patawag itong mga pulis na nanggaling pa sa Davao, na yung iba, atin pa ng arraignment tomorrow morning, hindi ba?
Matubato.
Hindi, including SPO1 Manila and the others, yung arresting officers.
Remember naman po na it's not just about the Macdum incident na meron tayong hearing ngayon. I mean, we are talking here about several incidents na minention ni Mr. Matubato. At yung tungkol kay Macdum, isa lang po yun. Marami po talaga akong notes, extensive notes. So, na-overlook ko lang po siguro itong informasyon na ito. And even on the issue of the year 2000, I remember, nagiging factual issue nga yun. In fact, if I remember correctly, it was also raised by Senator Ping na he's also casting doubt on the claim of 2002 as the date of the incident involving Macdum dahil 2002 nga daw po wala na yung PAOTF. So palagi po tayong bumabalik doon. Pag tinatanong ko po si Mr. Matubato, sigurado ka ba 2002? Yun daw po ang pagkakaalala niya. Because nga of that factual question na maaring hindi 2002, maaring earlier than 2002 because nga wala na dapat pa OTF. But siya po kasi ang nagsasabi na ang pagkakaalala niya is 2002. So nagiging issue rin po yun.
Well, let me just point out that this is a vital piece of information, a very critical piece of information that should have been revealed here. And out of respect for Senator De Lima, I said it was an oversight on her part. But this is a very, almost fatal oversight. Because as Senator Lacson had pointed out, we invited, for various reasons, the policemen, and this is one of the major reasons. I remember we dwelt on this case very, very badly, very, very severely. And at the same time, there was a television interview made of the wife, if I'm not mistaken, of the common law wife of Mr. Matubato, where she claims that, of Macdum, where she claims that they paid 100,000 as ransom. I just want to point that out, and to me, that's a very vital information that was not informed. Senator Cayetano, I'd like to give way to...
Just on the same point, and
Yes.
just with the permission of Senator De Lima.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, you referred to your notes.
Yes.
May I just inquire, when did you interview Mr.
September
Matubato?
2, and another date. after September 2. I
Okay.
don't remember anymore the exact date.
This was, ma'am, before the hearing or
Before
after
the hearing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Before September 15. Marami ho talaga akong notes. And then kasama nga ho sa sinasabi ni Mr. Bato-Bato na tungkol dun sa alleged abduction na yan kay Macdon. Nauna daw po siya sa Samal Island ng alas 6 ng umaga, and then pumunta siya sa Carinderia doon sa Penaplata Market and had coffee with Macdon. Yung iba daw po dumating and arrested Macdon at around 7 in the morning. Kasama daw ho sa drama na kunwari hinangcuff din po siya. Tapos dinala sa Davao. Dun sa PAOK TF office. Yun po ang claim niya.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, I have in my position the counter affidavit of Edgar Matabato. Just to see,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Meron po kayo. So, isubmit nyo rin po yun.
Yes,
Ano po yung sinasabi nyo? Excuse me na po.
Mr. Chair,
David.
I have the copy of the counter affidavit of Mr. Edgar Matabato regarding the kidnapping of Macdon.
You have a counter affidavit of Mr. Matabato.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Tapos kinasuhan.
Saan niyo po nakuha yan?
Sa file po ito sa City Prosecution of Samal Island. Counter affidavit po, yung, kasi na-invite po siya doon sa PAOK TF. Na-invite siya sa PAOK TF as a suspect.
Matubato na yan.
I must say I'm very disappointed with Senator De Lima. I'm sorry, Senator. I said it was an oversight. But obviously, we're all lawyers here. That matter of information cannot be forgotten. Because
Yes,
after
sir.
all, we're talking about Matubato, who has been very controversial. It would appear that in order to evade the line of scrutiny, he deliberately misled us to make us believe that he had no case, that in fact it was not he but other people, and that it happened at a different date. And most of all, he implicated people here who, per NBI investigation, are not even part of that investigation. This is very, very fatal. And although I said it was an oversight, I must say that I would have to raise the degree of condemnation, if you will, because I am umbraged by it, because this is a very strong piece of vital information.
I'm sorry.
And let me just say that, as pointed out by Senator Lacson and Senator Soto here, we went off on a very big wild goose chase here, because what happened was, if we had known that, we may not have called all these people. But the point was, Senator Trillanes also called and filed a motion filed a resolution to investigate the Davao Death Squad, when some of us were quite aware of the fact that Mr. Matabato is accused in a very, very serious case of kidnapping with ransom. And having said that, Mr. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues, I just want to read a note here. It says, boss, referring to me, I don't want to be called boss, but they keep calling me boss, I don't know why. Senator Trillanes' staff said that Matabato had to leave, so his security won't be compromised. I told this office we want to finish Davao Police tonight, to start with CHR tomorrow. And he says they understand. I only got this note now, and that's why I'm very umbraged by it. Para bang nung nabuko na, biglang wala na. I don't know whether that's true, but I hope that is my observation is wrong. But all of a sudden, he has gone after we went to all the trouble of trying to find out what's going on. Of course, this does not mean. I just want to ask a few questions now, if I may, with the NBI. Have you ever found the body of Mr. Macdum? Never. And that is why a while ago, I was asking what the height of Sergeant or SPO4 Art Lascanya is. And did I hear you say correctly, you're 5'4"?
5'5", Mr. Chair.
5'5". Are you sure? Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right. And then, of course, I was asking about the height of Mr. Matubato, hoping that now it gives you the chance to open. Does the NBI know what is the height of Sally Maktoum? You don't have?
We don't have the idea, sir.
Can you find out? Because according to Mr. Matubato, binikti nila, kasama niya si Sergeant Art Lascanyas, no? Eh kung gano'ng kaliit si Matubato at malaki ito si Juan, eh siguro mahihirapan sila unless yung sinabi niya kasama niya na andyan. I'm just saying this out loud now because I am chagrined. I've been trying to be fair here to everybody, going out of my way to stretch out. So I think that the NBI must give us a copy of this document, and I'd like to have the COMSET tell me what markings we have now, because every time you mark a document, you must tell the chairman so that we will know the markings that we have. I've also, at the suggestion of Senator Lacson, instructed my staff, and we have been doing this before, but Senator Lacson just confirmed it, and I'm glad that he did, and along with Senator Soto, we are now lining up all the inconsistencies and the lies that were perpetrated upon this committee by Mr. Matubato. Yes,
Chairman.
go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to believe that, although I hate to admit this, that we were all taken for a ride by Mr. Matubato. And it's so frustrating that after all, we're not smarter than the first grader.
I think that's an unfair conclusion. That's why we're holding
That's my
this
opinion,
inquiry.
Senator De Lima.
That's an unfair conclusion, and that's why I am confronting based on the notes that I have, based on my interview with Mr. Matubato. Siguro ko mas maganda kung nandito pa nga ako si Mr. Matubato, and
Problem
to
is
say
he left.
also that
We call for
there
this
is...
policeman so he can be confronted, or he can confront this policeman, but he left.
And the orders on him was that he should stay, so that at some point in time, there would be a confrontation. That he will recall that that's my order, and I know that he was here.
I thought he was still here. So probably we can ask Senator Trillanes why.
We already did. But according to him, he was afraid for the security, because obviously, pag nagkaalaman na ito, siyempre, magagalit sa kanya yung mga taong sinasabihan niya. So, I don't know. I mean, this is really a very, very serious...
We could have thought of asking him to already face the rest earlier, because he was here the whole day.
Well,
At 7 o'clock he was here. And I think, what time did he leave? Can we check what time they left? So he was here. At 7 o'clock in the morning, as early as 7 o'clock in the morning, he was here.
the order of the chair is that he must stay. That is the order of the chair. So that in case he will be needed, he will be presented. He has no business leaving the premises without telling the chair. Now, it just happens to be coincidental na nung umalis siya, lumabas kaya itong nangyari ito. Hindi naman natin pinalo ito, pati ako nagulat ka. In fact, I was bending over backwards to say that it was an oversight. I did not accuse anything, I did not make anything else out of it. I merely said it was an oversight on the part of Senator De Lima. But then I found out that he left, and according to him, he claims that his security would be compromised. I now have my doubts, I must confess. So, I hope he's listening, and I hope Senator Trillanes is listening. I also instructed the USAA to try and get in touch with them to bring him back here. Because, obviously, he has to answer for lying to the committee, for misleading the committee. We take that seriously. I have always taken that seriously as chair of the Blue Ribbon Committee, and precisely we have detained people here for lying to the committee.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chair. I feel constrained, I feel compelled to react. There is some insinuation that there is some kind of I don't know how to, a deliberate concealment of fact. Now, I wasn't sure whether Mr. Matobato disclosed the filing of the criminal case when he testified. Perhaps he did not. So I saw my notes, there is such a claim. Now the next question is, probably he was not asked during the last hearing. And dito rin po sa notes ko, ang pagkakasabi mo dito, ay kinasuhan ako ni Mirasol Marquez ng kidnapping pero hindi ito umusad dahil walang record na pumasok ng bansa si Macdum at we were able to fix the case. Ito po ang nakalagay dito. So please, let's be careful, hindi po, wala po nanloloko sa inyo. Ako po, hindi po ako nanloloko sa inyo.
We're accusing Matobato of fooling this committee, lying through his teeth, and then running away from it.
Hindi yun naman po siya.
Mr. Chairman,
Alamin muna natin bakit siya umalis.
kahit ako man, hindi na nga ako pumunta sa training after ng session dahil nga dito pinatawag lahat ng mga inakusahan in-involved ni Matobato na mga pangalan at nandito na para magkaharap-harap at nang matapos itong investigasyon na ito dahil marami pa tayong dapat na i-discuss dito na importansya para sa ating gobyerno. Paano natin matatapos ito na siyempre kung anong isipin natin kahit sino ba namang tao, tama yung kay Senator Lacson kanina na parang pinagluloko lang tayo dito na nandito na yung inakusahan niya, dapat hindi siya umalis para matapos na ito hindi tatagal pa ng ilang araw itong usapan na ito dahil hindi naman ito taga Manila ito, hindi madaling i-gather itong lahat ng mga tao na ito. At siyempre ang isipin ko nandito na, baka umiiwas siya, baka lumabas yung katotohanan. At umiiwas siya doon sa mga pagbago-bago niyang mga statement. We know the fact that in his first statement here in the Senate, iba, tapos nung pangalawa niya, iba na naman yun, contradict doon sa statement niya, yun ang problema. Ngayon, hinirap itong mga tao dito, nanggaling pa sa malayong lugar, buti kung sagot natin yung mga expenses nila, sa kanilang expenses ang gastos nila, malayo pa. So, kailangan nating matapos kaagad, marinig yung panig nila, nandyan siya si Matobato para hindi na tayo tumagal dito at ang taong bayan naghihintay na rin sa katotohanan. Yun po Mr. Chairman na for the record na parang insulto sa atin yan, all of us here, insulto sa atin yan yung ginawa ni Matobato na I'm not pointing anybody here, all of us, tayo na nandito ngayon, mga senador, mga nag-witness, lahat ng mga kay General De La Rosa at sa mga PNP natin na marami pang dapat gawin hindi nila nagawa nagampanan yung trabaho nila dahil nandito tayo buong araw hanggang gabi. So yan yung paningin ko Mr. Chairman na parang insulto sa atin yan na sinakripisyo natin yung mga dapat nating importanteng gawin para lang dito sa issue na to para matapos.
Let me commend Senator Bacquiao, Senator Lacson. I mean, Theo takes note of the seriousness of the situation right now. I feel very much betrayed by it, quite frankly. Not by Mr. Matobato, but by our fellow senators here as well. Everybody knows that I was going to hold this hearing, that we were going to go as far as we can. In fact, we had a recess. We continued after lunch. We continued after the sessions. And then when we called in the people from Davao, we had a recess, and he was still here at the time. But all of a sudden, when the dam broke, he's gone. If the Director General of the PNP can spend the whole day, and he's got a lot of things to do here, if the other officers of the PNP are here and stay the whole day with us, day and night, morning and evening, if Senator Pacquiao, who is about to have a title bout, and that is no laughing matter. I will have order in this chamber. It is no laughing matter. This is serious. We're dealing with a situation here that is very perfidious. I'm just trying to lay out the fact na tayo ay napapakasikap dito para lumabas lahat. At narinig nyo rin na sinabi ko kanina, I was bending over backwards. Ayoko sabihin kay Senator De Lima na mali ang ginawa niya. Ang sabi ko, I will recall, I was very careful with my terms. I said it was an oversight. But when that came out, that Mr. Matubato has already left, pinahabol ko, ang sabi niya, delikado raw yung kanyang, Tagalog ko, mako-compromise raw yung kanyang security. Eh, para naman nagsususpect siya ako na para bang pinagkaisahan tayo dito. And that is why
Mr.
I
Chair,
cannot let that pass.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair, Madam.
is there an insinuation
That's not an insinuation, it is a fact.
that we deliberately
That is a fact.
allowed, or we deliberately...
I'm a lawyer.
I didn't even know that he left already.
I'm a lawyer, and I know...
I didn't even know.
There are vital facts in my case. When I'm presenting a case, when I'm presenting here, I have 4 or 5 people here telling me, in case I forget, what we reviewed. And something as significant as that a witness came here, accusing people here, that together with a sergeant, with the SPO4, he garroted, he chopped down a victim. And yet, we are in possession, one of our colleagues is in possession of a note that says he was charged by the NBI. That is material concealment. I cannot make that pass. Kung ako may hawak niyan, and I think I can speak for most lawyers, that concealment is really despicable. It is even unethical. And so therefore, I have to express my umbrage at this very, very bad situation. Para I hear Senator Lacson wants to terminate the proceedings here. I'm not even willing to do that yet. But you have a situation where a witness has thrown the coup while everybody who has important things to do, from the highest police official in the country to our fighter who is known as the Pambansang Kamao, are here. And all of us, we were all aware, and you know, sinabi ko pa, when you work with me, we are going to finish this. In fact, I said 3 days, nagpaumanin pa ako kay Senator Lacson. Gusto ko matapos to, dahil nagagalit ang mga tao pag masyadong matagal. Eh pagkatapos bigla tayo nag-iimbestiga rito, tapos bigla lalayasan tayo, yung pala meron tinatago na sinasabi, ay meron na palang ebidensya laban sa kanya at siya ay sinahit sa ng NBI. Paano naman natin palulusutin yan? Paano natin patatawarin niya si
And other
Matubato?
people, not including those whom he accused to have participated, allegedly have participated.
Mr. Chair.
That's deliberate.
I'm trying to hold my temper here, but I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not going to be emotional here. I'm going to be deliberate.
On your point, Mr. Chair, just
Yes.
1 minute. On the point of the chair and co-chair, and with the indulgence of my colleagues, I think the committee can forgive, the PNP can forgive, the Filipino people can forgive that we were taken for a ride here. But Mr. Chair, yourself, Senator Lacson, in public, some of us in private have told the President, sir, any statement you made is amplified worldwide. But the problem, Mr. Chair, may I just put on record, because that Mr. Matubato was allowed here without vetting him and without disclosing that case, BBC, CNN, New York Times, I think Washington Post put on their front page and put on their show that the Philippine president is a mass murderer, and put on their front page that the Philippine president fed his enemies to the crocodiles. That is, may I quote Senator Lacson's statement, that is toothpaste that is out of the tube, that you cannot put back in. And I'm not saying this because the president was my running mate or because I am for the president, but because he represents the country. So kung ang slinander ni Mr. Matubato ay si Senator Gordon or Senator Lacson or myself, we can forgive that, sir. Kasi, it's hard, but may I just put on record, sir, that, you know, I don't know how, but I challenge this foreign media, now put on your front page that this witness took also you for a ride because you printed it without checking first and cross-examining this witness. In fact, last point, Mr. Chair, some of these publications came out before Mr. Matubato testified here. That's just my point, Mr. Chair, and I agree fully with what you feel. I'm also trying not to be emotional, but I do not want the Europeans, the Americans, the Chinese, the Japanese thinking that this is the kind of country that we are running. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for this time.
Mr. Chair, the
Yes, Senator
inquiry
Lima.
is not done yet. We are still establishing the facts. And there is a conclusion already that Mr. Matubato has been lying all along. Mr. Matubato has testified on a lot of things. So we're trying to determine which are factual, which are truthful, which are consistent with facts. Kung meron man pong yung mga sinasabing mga iba-iba, that's why we're trying to thresh it out. Kaya nga po tinatanong ko din po kayo. Pero wag po kayong magbibigay ng conclusion na meron kami ditong sinasadya
Mr. Chairman,
na pinapaalis ho namin
who
siya.
made first the conclusion? Isn't it you and Senator Trillanes? Kayo may conclusion nung una eh. That's why we allowed Mr. Matubato to testify and testify and testify kahit pabali-baliktad. We went backwards. But this is a major issue that we are
Hindi po.
facing now.
Pabalikin po natin
Mr. Chairman,
si Mr. Matubato kung yun po ang
Mr.
problema
Chairman.
natin. Hindi ko po matanggap yun na ganyan na may mga insinuasyon kayo na sinasadya namin na pinapaalis. Unang-una nga po,
Mr. Chairman,
hindi ko po nalaman na umalis na. Kasi kanina pa nga ho siya dito. So anong oras, more or less what time ho siya umalis?
Lahat tayo
So-
kanina pa eh. Ano siya? Special ba siya?
But we better
Yes, under the
ask Senator
instruction.
Trillanes. Kasi meron ho siyang explanation.
He is under instruction.
But I was
from the
actually
chair not
waiting
to
for
leave.
him.
Mr. Chairman, naging parehas ang investigasyon natin dito. Pinakinggan natin ang statement ni Matubato ng ilang hearings dito sa Senado at pinatawag natin itong mahigit 10 mga witnesses pa para magbigay ng testimonya dito sa Senado galing pa sa ibang lugar at ngayon nandito na lahat dahil doon sa akusasyon ni Matubato tapos lalayasan lang tayo dito na parang insulto sa atin yan, Mr. Chairman, na hindi man lang na pinatawag sa rito, hindi pa tayo tapos dito tapos lalayasan lang tayo na hindi natin alam. I'm not pointing any senator here. Hindi na ako nag-ano, pero parang insulto sa atin ang ginawa ni Matubato. Paano pa natin i-continue itong investigasyon na ito? Paano matatapos ang investigasyon na ito para hindi ito biro na akusasyon ni Matubato? Nakataya ang pangalan ng Pangulo, nakataya ang pangalan ng ating bansa. Alam mo, kung isipin po natin, Mr. Chairman, tayo lang ang pinagtatawanan at pinag-uusapan hindi lamang sa buong Pilipinas kundi sa buong mundo. Yung mga foreign media, kung ano-anong sinulat nila nung si Matubato nag-testify dito, nagbigay ng statement na pabago-bago At ito, pinatawag natin yung mga sinangkot niya at in-involve niya sa mga sa testimony niya. Ngayon, pinatawag natin siya, nandito siya, umalis naman siya. Anong isipin natin yan? O anong gagawin natin? Anong conclusion natin? Anong magagawa nating dahilan sa taong bayan para dito sa nangyayari na ito? Paano natin may pagpatuloy yung investigasyon, Mr. Chairman?
Alright. Even assuming for the sake of argument and given the gentle lady from Bicol the benefit of the doubt, even believing that she was not part of this compromise or this charade, na wala siyang kinalaman dyan, it is incontrovertible that she was in possession of a note that she herself made that was so devastating, it could have been said while Matubato was lying here that there was a case filed against him na pinailan siya ng NBI ng kidnapping with ransom. Abay, hindi biro yun, hindi yung
I detest the claim of material concealment. Hindi nyo naman po siguro i-expect sa akin na habang nagte-testify si Mr. Matubato, ay lahat na lang na meron siyang sasabihin o hindi sasabihin, ay ika-clarify ko po based on my notes. Hindi naman po, unang-una, hindi po ako sigurado kung nasabi niya yun o hindi na merong case for kidnapping nung siya ay nagte-testify. Pangalawa, wala naman sigurong pagkakataon in the course of the questioning of Mr. Matubato at the time, whether on the 15th or on the 22nd, na may ilalabas ko dahil sabi ko nga, napansin ko nga yun ngayon. Because I have extensive notes, so I could not be expected na habang nagte-testify si Mr. Matubato nung 15 tsaka nung 22, ay makukorek ko lahat o maisusupply ko po yung impormasyon based on my notes. So please, I strongly protest the claim that there has been a material concealment. Kasi ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, yung insidente. Meron yung kinikwento si Mr. Matubato. I was not expected to be
whatever it is.
stating, manifesting all the information, all the notes that I have when Mr. Matubato was testifying.
Okay, yeah, if you are trying to stipulate na tayo pang may kasalanan dito, kami pang may kasalanan dito, naniwala kami na gano'n na nga nangyayari.
Perhaps he wasn't asked. He was never asked about that.
Well,
Mr. Chairman.
you know, this is not
You didn't ask because you did not know, but you knew.
I only noticed it kani-kanina lang po when I was reviewing my notes.
Excuse me,
Because I have extensive notes.
Mr. Senator De Lima, I already said, even presuming for the sake of argument and giving you the benefit of the doubt, na hindi ka kasama dito sa nangyaring ito. The very fact that you had information while this was going on, it could not come across your mind na you had information na salungat doon sa sinasabi na Matubato dito. Habang nasasabi ka si Matubato dito,
Ano po bang salungat?
may I please continue? I have given you so much leverage here. I have allowed you an extended amount of time. I have even allowed Matubato, and I didn't have to do that. I even allowed Matubato, and I did not postpone anything here. When I took over this committee, we will continue. We got all your witnesses here. And we called all the witnesses here, all the testimony, all the motions. We allowed. So please, give me some leverage. Give me some latitude here. The point that I want to make here, salungat yung sinasabi doon sa nalalaman mo na nasa note mo na si Matubato pala ay may kaso ng kidnapping for ransom in the case of Sally Macdum. Salungat yun sa sinasabi niya na ang pumatay kay Macdum, tinulungan niya ay si SPO4 at SPO4 na Kanyas at saka yung iba at siya rin ay kasama. Eh ano ang conclusion na masasabi ko dyan? Lalabas na meron kang note doon na very, very significant that could change the tide of opinion, of judgment, of conclusion. Kaya hindi mo maalis na ako
Mr. Chair.
ay masagrin. Talagang ako, ang feeling ko betrayed because up to a while ago, I said, kalmado lang, we'll give you all the things that you have. And how can you say, how can anybody say, we already conducted the hearing last time all the way up to 8:30 in the evening. I was prepared till hell freezes over, natapusin. You heard me apologize to the police earlier that you have been here. You heard me apologize to all the witnesses that we've been calling here. So Bato has no call to leave the Senate.
Mr. Chairman,
I will just finish. If he left the Senate, he should have asked permission. You all heard me say the other day, we are going to hold you there and force. If you come along, we would like. Now, the time has come. There is contrary evidence, contrary to what you said previously, and we just discovered it. And Senator De Lima has also admitted the statement of the NBI that there is a case that has been filed. So, tatawarin natin siya ngayon. Yan ang oras, yan ang timely. Iharap mo siya dito, para sa gano'n, masalungan siya. Umalis siya eh. Umalis siya eh. Ano ang conclusion namin?
Mr. Chairman, may
Yes,
may
go ahead, Senator
a
Trillanes.
manifestation. It was
Go ahead.
not the call of Mr. Matobato. It was my call since I was providing protective custody to Mr. Matobato. And based on the assessment of my security officers, it was prudent to make him leave instead of traveling late at night. So I made that judgment call. And remember, Mr. Chairman, I was the one who suggested that they do this confrontation at the start of the hearing. So there was no intention na iwasan yung ganitong confrontation. So it was my call. And anyway, I'm the one providing protective custody to the witness. So, that's it. Ngayon kung may tatanong tayo sa kanya, tomorrow morning, I believe it won't hurt. He will be here as scheduled. So, what's the fuss, Mr. Chairman?
The least you could have done, Senator Trillanes, if you are going to ask me, is to manifest here that you've been here all the time and you're not here. Is to tell and manifest to this committee that, sir, Mr. Chairman, if you do not need us for tonight, I'd like permission to have my witness leave. For the first time, you're acknowledging that you are protecting the witness.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Oh, no. Mr. Chairman, I have been telling you,
That's why I was
I have been
asking.
telling you the past several, since the time you assumed, as chairman, I told you up front that in the meantime, I'm the one providing protective custody. So, when you ask who will bring the witness here, I told you up front that, since I'm the one protecting the witness, it's my responsibility.
You will
to
recall,
bring you.
sir,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
that at the beginning of the first hearing, when Mr. Matabato came up, I asked both of you who is presenting this witness. And none of you said, I am. Well, I'm aware of the fact that you accompanied him later on at night, when he left at night. You're also aware of the fact that when he came here, unlike the first hearing under Senator De Lima, he was not protected legally. He had no counsel. We went over backward to provide him with counsel.
He was
So-
assisted po. You had the council, CHR council.
Mr. Chairman, I was just informed that Mr. Matobato told this committee during the first hearing that a case was filed against him as a result of the Matobato abduction. So we can review the transcript, Mr. Chairman.
Iyan po ang sinasabi ko kanina. I don't remember kung meron pong sinabi tungkol dyan. I'm so sorry, Mr. Chair, but I really detest the claim of material concealment. Ano ho ba yung sinasabing salungat sa sinabi niya? Wala naman po sigurong sinabi si Matobato na walang kasong final sa kanya.
Mr.
So
Chairman.
ano ho ba yung salungat na
Mr. Chairman, I
Are
have
you
the
trying to
transcript.
tell me that hindi salungat yung sinabi niya?
Mr. Chairman, I already have the transcript.
Let me answer first,
Transcript.
Senator De Lima. Anyway, you have to look for that.
Meron pala.
He came down here and accused everybody. And kunyari siya ang hero na he's testifying against all the others that went with him to kill Bakdum. Now, it turns out that you have a note that you concealed to the committee.
Mr. Chairman, precisely, it was not concealed. If you would allow me to manifest, on page 166 of the September 15, 2016 hearing, I quote the chairman, Senator De Lima, okay, yung pagpatay kay Sally Macdum, pinaninindigan nyo ba iyon na mayroon kayong pinatay na tao na pangalan Sally Macdum? Mr. Matubato, opo ma'am, kasi pinailan ako ng kaso ma'am ng kidnapping kang Sally Macdum, hindi ko sila tinuro, parang inako ko rin. Pinailan ako sa NBI.
So what is that?
So after all the rants and accusations, I believe Senator De Lima deserves an apology, Mr. Chairman.
What apology are you talking about?
I do not
There is no need an
apologize.
apology because you had the information. You had the information from the very beginning.
The committee, Mr. Chairman.
From 2002. 2002. Would you please don't melt down, please? You're melting down.
No, sir. No, sir.
Because the charge was 2002, si Macdum pinatay. Ngayon, lumabas 2000. We had to go chasing all these phantom ghosts. We had to ask people here. We're not wasting the time of the people here, you know. Pagunda rin tayo lahat eh.
Mr. Chair, one issue at a time. Hindi ho ba yung pag-aakusa niyo sa akin na merong material concealment
Alright.
has to do with the filing of the case? Kaya po sinasabi ko po kanina, alamin muna natin kung nasabi ba yon o tinanong kay Mr. Matubato tungkol dyan sa pag-file. Kasi hindi rin po ako sigurado. In the meantime, before checking the TSN, you're accusing me, or you have accused me
This committee was
of
made to believe.
material concealment. Walang concealment dahil nabanggit naman po ni Mr. Matubato. Kaya pala nandun yun sa notes ko. Kasi nabanggit naman. Nabanggit nung interview ko sa kanya, nabanggit pala during testimony. So where is the material concealment on the part of Senator De Lima? It pains me to be accused of material concealment. There's no material concealment because
I am
it
not
was
going to
mentioned. It was mentioned. So there's nothing. There's nothing
There's nothing what?
to be. There's nothing to disclose to the body after the witness had disclosed it.
Mr. Chair, can I shed light on that, please?
Yes, go ahead.
So, Mr. Chair, the Senator Trillanes is correct in sense that Mr. Matubato said that finailan ng NBI. But hindi po yun yung concealment eh. Pinailan po sa piskalya. And ang fiscal, ito po, and the fiscal po, nag-submit pa nga ng affidavit, ng counter affidavit si Mr. Matubato, at ito pa nga nakalagay sa kanyang counter affidavit. In the morning of November 9, 2000, Eric was with 3 companions who I never met before. They look like the military. Mr. Chair, if you check the transcript, paulit-ulit po si Mr. Matubato na 2002, paulit-ulit siya na yung mga polis na sinasabi niya ang pumatay, at nung sinabi lang sa NBI, hindi niya sinabi na merong kaso sa piskalya ng Samal. Nandito po, siya mismo nag-file ng counter affidavit, no? So to the chairman's point, there were things that at the very least were not revealed to the committee. But may I yield to Senator Pacquiao? I think he has a...
Mr. Chairman, I believe we're now splitting hairs. Initially, your accusation was very, very clear that he did not...
Oh, I'm not withdrawing it. Not on your life, boy.
Oh, well,
I'm not withdrawing.
well, you're mistaken, and
No,
you're showing your bias, Mr.
let me
Chairman.
very clear.
You're showing your bias as the chairman.
Bias?
And,
bias?
Mr. Chairman, an apology is warranted. An apology is warranted,
I will
Mr.
tell you the
Chairman.
concealment.
I
I will tell you the concealment.
could not have concealed it because it was disclosed already.
Okay, I will let you melt down and have the floor, all you want.
And
You will
since no apology is forthcoming, I'm walking out. Because clearly, there was no
Mr. Chairman.
concealment on my part because it was disclosed already.
Disclose?
I'm walking out. It was disclosed by the witness. So what is there to conceal? It was disclosed. The record is very clear.
Yeah, I remember when we were...
So
I remember when we found out a while ago,
Since there's
you were
no-
very meek as a lamb. You know, I didn't know. I had it in my notes. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know.
I didn't say that.
No, you were very meek as a lamb. And remember that I was not holding.
That's why
I was at the
said,
chair on the first. You were the first.
that's
And
why
when
I said,
the concealment was done, perhaps not by Matubato, because I was not here at the time, but the concealment was done by you. Because when Matubato was testifying, don't you think it was incumbent upon your part to say, I have information that this guy has been fired. Can we call on the NBI to produce that testimony?
Mr. Matubato already said Mr. Matubato has already said that
Chairman,
a case
Mr.
was
Chairman.
filed against him.
Out of respect for everybody, I will...
I am walking out.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for you then.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, may I recognize Mr. Chairman?
Yes. Senator Pascual. Senator Pascual. Senator Pacquiao. Point of hunger. Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, when we started conducting this Senate hearing for this extrajudicial killings, we call Matubato. Nagtestimony siya rito. Yung testimony na nung first hearing at yung pangalawang hearing, lahat ng mga testimony niya ng pangalawang hearing, anong unang hearing, nung pangalawang hearing, salungat doon sa unang testimony ninyong unang hearing. Ngayon, lahat ng mga testimony niya, lahat ng mga isiniwalat niya rito, nasabi niya para maniwala sa kanya, at ang laki na ng damage sa ating bansa, no? Sa ating bansa, doon sa ibang bansa, kung ano ng mga balita na nakarating doon sa kanila, Mr. Chairman. Ano ng image ng bansa ng Pilipinas natin. Kaya naman pinatawag natin itong mga ibang witness na to, itong nadawit at binanggit ni Matabato sa kanyang testimonya. Ang testimonya ng Matabato hindi consistent, lahat nagbago-bago. Lahat pabago-bago, Mr. Chairman. Nung pinatawag natin lahat ng mga binanggit niya doon sa kanyang mensahe, sa kanyang testimony, gusto natin siya, nandito rin siya. Ngayon, inalisan naman tayo, nilayasan tayo. Parang napakalaking insulto para sa atin yan, Mr. Chairman, at sa lahat ng nandarito ngayon, at sa buong Pilipinas. No, sa lahat ng tao, insulto masyado yan sa atin, Mr. Chairman. And then, I think doon sa mga previous hearing, committee hearing, nakita natin yung inconsistency ng kanyang testimony ni Matabato. Para makumpirma natin, pinatawag itong 15 o 16 na mga testigo na binanggit niya at sinangkot niya doon sa kanyang testimonya. At ngayon gusto natin iharap, ngayon nilayasan tayo. I think, Mr. Chairman, this is not a manifestation, but I want to move to terminate this committee meeting, because this is useless. This is useless if always like that, Mr. Chairman, na hindi sila, ang mga nilayasan tayo lahat, ayaw nilang harapin itong, dito pinatawag natin sila dahil gusto natin maging parehas, maging pantay ang batas natin, ang pag-imbestiga natin dito sa ating bansa, sa ating komitiba. Mapapakinggan ang panig nung sinangkot niya, mapapinggan ang nag-accuse na si Matabato, para may balancing tayo, mapanood, marinig ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino. And yet, what happened? Parang insulto sa atin yan, nakakahiya sa atin. Nakakahiya sa atin.
Sir Chair.
No? Nakakahiya sa atin na Mr. Chairman na ganyanin tayo, para nga isahan tayo, sabi nga ni Senator Lacson, na isahan tayo ng grade 1. Na isahan tayo.
Mr. Chair, before we ask on that, Mr. Chair, I am sad that we are ending this way, but let me congratulate you that you ferreted out the truth. Subject to the committee report and subject to the assessment of everything that has been testified here, I second the motion of Senator Pacquiao that we terminate the hearings on these resolutions in committee and on the privileged speeches given.
You know, there's nothing better that I like to do now than to terminate it. That is why I was committed to doing it in 3 days, up to tomorrow and the day after. But I was already trying to make it a point to finish it by tomorrow. Out of respect for our fellow senators, I wanted to do all that para lahat narinig. And you are all witnesses of the fact that this representation has bent over backward for many, many things that have gone on. We have even extended the time for Senator De Lima, even for our senators here when they had a point. There is no other agenda here but the truth. But the truth suffers when a senator relies on the testimony of a very, very wishy-washy witness, and I'm not making a judgment here, because for what we have seen, there are so many things that have been said about this man, and that is very, very sad, because we did not present the witness. It was Senator De Lima who presented this witness from the very beginning. The very fact that I even refused to handle this, to be transferred to my committee, I'm overloaded, but it's fine with me. I've been overloaded before. But my point is simply this. When we wait here, and I will reiterate once again, you will recall that we were apologizing even to all the resource persons here, because, you know, what time is it? When was the last time we saw the Senate working at 10:25 on a committee hearing? This is the second time. Previous one, we had a 7.5 hours hearing up to 7:30. There's a sense of urgency here because the nation is hanging by its tenterhooks. Because serious allegations have been made here by a witness. And if you will recall, ang lumalabas nga sa ating bansa ngayon, sino ang pinaka-controversial na witness na kriminal? Sa baba, kriminal na nagtetestify. Dito, kriminal rin pala na nagtetestify. And so, nag-iingat ako maigi na we will not be the laughing stock of this country. You heard me say that we have not thrown the rule of law out of the window. Na at least dito sa Senado, tinutuloy natin. In fact, just a while ago, I'm sorry she left. I told her, relax lang. I'll give you all the latitude. Don't get emotional. That's why I apologize. Ako na magtatanong para hindi ka apologize, hindi ka masyadong mainit. The very fact that we came out, you see my mind was escalating. I felt really betrayed because after all that, I was not here in the first hearing. If totoo na sinabi niya na sabi ni Matabato na siya ay may kaso na kidnapping for ransom based on this particular witness by the name of Macdum, bakit pa natin pinayagan tumuloy na mag-testify at magtuturo ng kung sino-sino rito at sinabi pa nakasama si Art Lacanias at yung iba at iba-iba pa sinasabi niya kung paano pinatay, humaba eh. Tapos nung pinipresenta natin dito, sabi ko sa lahat, itutuloy natin ito, tatapusin natin ang kapulisan. This guy had no business leaving. Of course, at least that our friend Senator Trillanes could have done was come and say, Mr. Chairman, we have to leave already. Okay, if we have to leave, fine, at least we would know. But it came at a very bad time. It came at a bad time when all of a sudden, the NBI comes out with a statement saying, uy, merong kaso sa amin yan. At lahat tayo nagulagtag. At sinabi, ano yung kaso? Ayun na, sinabi, may kaso na kidnapping with ransom. At pagkatapos, biglang nasabi, after the short break, sabi ni Senator De Lima, very meekly, like a lamb, saying, ay, nakalimutan ko, it's in my notes. That to me is very material. Because kung sinabi niya from the very beginning yan, hindi na tayo nagagilap ng kahit sino-sino pang tatawagin natin dito. We would have asked right away, ikaw ba? We would have grilled him. I would have grilled him if I had been here on kidnapping for ransom. Why should we believe you? Because ikaw may kaso laban dito sa taong ito. I was even laying the predicate na dapat malaman natin kung anong height ni Macdum to find out na talagang masyadong malaki para dito kay Mr. Matabato na napakaliit at saka ni 5'5" na si Art Lacanias para sakalin siya at tagtarin pa kahit na maraming kasama kung malaki, hindi na tayo umabot doon. Up to that time, walang gulo. Lumabas na, nung na-realize ko, bakit mo kinukonsil? Nasa iyo pala yan. Meron pala. Bakit kailangan pang lumabas? Right away, nung sinabi ng NBI na siya ay may kidnapping for ransom case, dapat sinabi na kagad ni Senator De Lima, may kidnapping for ransom. Alam ko yan, eto na. Hindi. Dahil sinabi. Dapat nung sinabi ni Matabato na siya ay may kidnapping for ransom, because of so many inconsistencies in his testimony, siguro hindi na halata. I was not here. I don't know. If I had known that, I would have gone after that. But the point was, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ebidensya. Nung lumabas siya, lahat tayo nagulat. At kahit anong sabihin mo na hindi mo sinasadya, siyempre, lahat tayo pagod na, lahat tayo naghintay, lahat tayo naiya sa mga testigo. May text ako, pinakita ko pa kay Senator Lacson at saka kay Senator Soto, tingnan mo, sinasabi ng tao, tapusin na natin to. Kailangan tapusin natin to. That is my point. And that is why I tried very hard as much as possible to give leverage, to give latitude. Now, to walk out on a committee is cowardice. To come out with a press release after walking out on a committee and not settling the issue here, because we could have called a suspension. I was ready to call a suspension when Senator Trillanes arrived, lumakas na ang loob ni Senator De Lima at nagsisigaw na siya dito. Well, sorry na lang. We could have suspended it and said, alright, sige, napaliwanagan na, okay, kalmado tayo. But no, it was an opportunity knowing that it was becoming futile. Each witness here, lahat tinanong. And we predicted it, did we not? We predicted that when you brought in these people from the vault, they're not going to say, I did it. They're not going to say there is a death squad. Kung totoo man yun. You predicted that. It is incumbent upon anybody who presents a witness here that there must be corroborating material. There must be corroborating evidence. As it was, the tables were suddenly turned when suddenly all of you were asking that we get a copy of the NBI investigation report na ipakita rito para may hawak tayo. So, I am not going to back down on that concealment. Maybe, hindi nag-conceal si Matubato. Ang nag-conceal si Senator De Lima because alam niya pala noon pa na meron siyang notes na dapat sinabi niya. And she could have said that later on. The point of issue here, ladies and gentlemen, is that, like I said, we are after the truth here. I don't think you can accuse this chair of bias because we have been very fair. You heard me say what I said about President Duterte kanina. You know, people were saying, oy, ang tapang mo. Baka sa ikaw ang barilit dyan, ikaw ang sabihin dito ng mga tao na sinasabi ng mga Duterte. Alam niyo naman yung mga Duterte people. Sabihin na, oh, ba't hindi mo presidente namin? I said that in all honesty, as a citizen of this country, conscious of the fact that I could earn the ire of the President and said, do not talk too much, Mr. President. Huwag kayong magsalita ng marami because you are falling on your own sword. Ang laki ng tiwala sa inyo ng tao, pinupudol nyo ang sarili nyong paa every time you talk because kayo ay nagugog kumagkamisan, pinaglalaban ng media, yung inyong kalooban at yung kaisipan na dapat mawala talaga yung drugs. You have heard me say in my Facebook, do not kill people, kill drugs. You have heard me say to knowledge the Director General Bato, dati kasi Bato De La Rosa, na sabi ko, you have no immunity. I've said that a long time ago. So, wala akong I am not walking on eggs for anybody. I am trying to be fair to everybody. But I am not going to sit down calmly when we all waited here para sabi ito at ilalabas natin yung testigo para magkaalaman na, para malaman ang katotohanan. Kung lumabas tama yung testigo, siguro nasolve ka agad dyan. Pero wala eh. At sabi ko, malinaw, you are going to stay here because we may call you later on. Well, you can all talk about what could have been, but that is the way it is. In that light, there are requests now and motions to stop this hearing. My own personal opinion, we will not stop.
Mr. Chairman.
We will not stop. And my own personal opinion, I could stop and say, tama na, masyado na magulo, masyado na marsalimod. There are CHR hearing people that want to be here tomorrow. We will listen to them. And I even asked permission kanina sa inyo kung anong gagawin. I wasn't doing anything on my own. But we will continue. Tatapusin natin yan bukas. If necessary, another day. But no more. And that's it. We will make a decision. This representation can make a decision on the findings with the help of the committee. I cannot release anything here without the signature of every member of the committee because yan ang ilalabas sa floor. Having said that, therefore, I would like to all a caucus tomorrow or even right after this to find out what the sense of the committee is because I think that it is important that the public and the country is able to communicate the message, hey, we did not throw the rule book out of the window. There is still the rule of law. People may think that they're being killed here. I wanted, if you will recall, to call the policemen first, to call the general first, because I wanted them to say, ano ang gagawin nyo? I have taken great pains, and I will give you a sample of what I've done. If you look at the PowerPoint, I have tried to get data on every province, every city where killings have been undertaken. Because I intend to ask General De La Rosa and the other generals here what they're doing about a situation where ang dami namamatay, that is still has to be handled. We're not saying people are being killed by the police, we're just saying that has to be addressed. because that is an issue before us here. And if we follow that, I know na pag pinayagan natin ang pulis papatay, alam ni General De La Rosa ito, pag pinayagan mo ang pulis pumatay ng pumatay based on drugs, based on that, then the next thing, you know it, the policeman will be a vigilante on his own, killing people who may be decent, killing people who they may disagree with, killing people for political assassination, impact, and all that. That is why this hearing is very, very important. We have to show that we can fix the problem. We must go beyond fixing the blame. Because that is what we're here for. That is what we're elected for. To fix the problem, not to fix the blame. But we must do so in a very frank, candid, collected manner that we can solve the problem together. I would have loved to solve the problem with Senator De Lima. But right now, she's busy conducting a press conference. I am sorry for you.
Mr. Chairman,
I cannot condone that. I've been in the Senate for 6 years. I've served this country as a constitutional convention delegate at the youngest age. I was the youngest. I was mayor ahead of President Duterte. I was mayor in 1980. He was mayor in 1988. I know where he's coming from. I was also the secretary. I also fixed up a base that was left by the Americans with us, and we did it honorably. And we fixed up tourism, and we did it honorably again with great pride. And I've been in the Senate. We came out with laws that are important to my country, such as the election law, such as the tourism law, such as the international humanitarian law, among many others. And I will not allow any person, be he a senator, be a president, to get away with flouting the law or trying to do a double talk so that they can get away with something that they want because it is personal to them and it is not for the benefit of our country. And so, dear colleagues, I'm going to suspend the hearing. We will have a caucus tomorrow. We will report to the
Mr.
rest of the
Chairman.
Senate, and we will lay it down the line. If an ethics charge is going to be done, then let it happen.
Mr. Chairman, I have a very important
If the gloves
manifestation.
are off, and I'm ready to take the gloves off. I respect the senator. You've heard me. You've seen me treat them. I respect Senator Trillanes. You are senators. You have the right to speak here.
Yes,
As much as you want. But you do not have the right to conceal things, especially material things.
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
You know,
it's material to the issue at hand. In addition to the transcript that I read earlier, page 166 of the September 15 hearing presided by Senator De Lima, on page 81 of the September 22, 2016 hearing presided by the chairman, Senator Gordon. Senator Cayetano, okay, paano sir ngayon dine-deny na terrorist si Macdum? Man record, there's no record that he's a terrorist or wanted. Mr. Matobato, kaya nga sir, pinailan ako ng kidnapping sir, na-dismiss yan sir, kasi si Sally Macdum backdoor yan sir. Si Sally Macdum walang record sa embassy sir. Walang record. So, Mr. Matobato was truthful in his testimony and the chairman himself. And I can understand, Senator Gordon, I can attribute that to memory lapse because Mr. Matobato, once in a while, would have memory lapses just like every other person. So dito sa transcript, both transcripts, walang concealment. And it was given directly to the chairman. So you cannot, September 22, Senator Gordon, by backdoor, ibig niyong sabihin walang record na pumasok siya dito. So you even discussed the issue. So that's why I keep on referring to the transcript kasi binabali-baliktad minsan yung yung facts. People may be entitled to their own opinion but they're not entitled to their own facts.
Alright.
And every conclusion made earlier na tama itong mga nandito na resource persons natin tas mali si Matobato is a matter of opinion and I totally disagree. And I believe there is a multitude of people who would agree with my assessment and my position as well, Mr. Chairman.
well, I don't care about the multitude who agrees with you. I respect that. I may not care about what the multitude says because sometimes there are people here who say, there go my people, I must follow them. Leaders follow what is in their minds. Leaders follow what is in the best interest of the country, irrespective of whether it's popular or not. Let me just say one thing though. The focus on Matubato at the time was he claimed that Sally was killed because he was a terrorist. Yun ang pinakalabas siya, pinatay, terrorist. And he recited, if memory serves correct, na yung mga kinakasama niya, sinabi raw siya, terrorist, kaya pinatay nila. Pinadescribe pa natin kung paano niya pinatay. Pero sabihin niya, meron siyang kidnapping case. Well, that was in passing. Pero for a senator to hold information, let me finish. To hold information that he had it in their notes, that there was already an NBI and a case has been filed in the fiscal's office that Macdum, in the first place, was supposed to have been killed in 2002 when in fact he was killed in the year 2000. To come here, and how can you blame the whole committee when he says some policemen were involved here, then those policemen turned out to be not even policemen at the time they were being accused. Hindi pa sila police, like Mr. Medina over there. Or for that matter, somebody else here as well. They're not even policemen. Ang dami-daming mga mismatches and information na lumalabas. So, pinalampas natin yan. Pero for a senator to hide something, and I can remember kanina, I was on her side. Sabi ko, oversight lang yan. Mr. Lacson wanted to terminate it. Oversight lang yan. Kailan ako pumoto, kailan ako na-disappoint. Nung lumabas na talaga, na meron talagang material concealment because that should have been told the committee. That should have been told a fellow senator. Dick, Senator, Ping, meron ako dito na ito pala ay may kaso sa NBI at talagang na-file pa yung kaso. That is material. In any language, that is material. Sa transcript, makakalusot yan, pero kung may information ka, you have the duty to tell the truth here. And that is where I'm going to say now. In that event, I will now suspend with apologies to all the policemen here, once again headed by Deputy Director General De La Rosa, and all the others, the NBI, the other generals who came from Davao, and even to the policemen, and to all the witnesses here, and to all those listening to us. I think it is important that we suspend it for the moment. I will not issue any statement to the press, because that is not my purpose here. Some people come here in this country and they want to talk to the press all the time. I have not called anybody about any statement that I have made here. Whatever I have, it's been open. It's in my Facebook account. So I'm a very open man. So in that case, having said that, with the permission of Senator Cayetano, and the Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I just reiterate the pressing issues being faced by the PNP leadership, so that we don't need them tomorrow. We can summon them if it's important, but we can excuse them for tomorrow's hearing, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, with the reservation that I would like to get their thoughts on the matter of plebs formally, that has already been given by Undersecretary Catalino Ayo, and of course the matter of internal affairs. From day one, I've been looking at the remedial legislation that has to be done, meaning to say that we must limit the time upon which they can make the report, that our civilian chairman be immediately appointed, because the last thing that you want is intrigue. That's why we have avoided that. We could have hidden these people in an executive session. We did not, because pag-uusapan lang. Kaya ang internal affairs dapat mabilis kagad na magagawa. Nakikita nyo rin sa ibang bansa na lumalabas kagad pag may nabaril yung pulis, lumalabas kagad on television. Kaya ang lahat, ang mayor, ang mga tao doon, sinasabi kagad kung anong nangyari kagad. That is what people want. People want to know bakit hindi napipigil yung riding in tandem. Yung mga ganyan, yung mga sinasabi natin, na pwedeng ibigay sa atin ng kapulisan kung paano masosolve yan, kung kailangan nila ng tinatawag na camera on the vest, camera on the car, dashboard, para ma-limit ang tentasyon na pumatay ng tao. Hindi naman pulis lang ang pumapatay. Dapat ibisigay natin bakit yung mga drug lord, ilan lang napapatay. Kung talaga yun ang ginagawa. And we're not condoning killing people. We just want to know bakit pagpaliwanag ang iba dyan kung sino-sino pa yung drug lord na nakikita natin sapagkat yun ang lumalabas. So having said that, Mr. President, my dear colleagues, I would like to ask in what direction the police want to get help from the Senate, in what direction the other agencies like the NBI want to get help, and in the meantime, we will call on the NCR tomorrow. They've been waiting. The CHR and also other possible witnesses that have been called here. Unfortunately, natakot yung sa taga-CDO na nakilala si Matubato. I think we should try and call him. If the gloves are off, then let it come off. We should try and call him because he said, yan ang nagtangkang pumatay sa akin. And so, Senator Cayetano, with your permission, unless you want to say something else, I would like to adjourn this for a while, suspend this for a while, and thank everybody here. What do we do with all these people from the police department of Davao?
Mr. Chairman, may I recognize Mr.
Yes,
Chairman?
please go ahead, Senator Pacquiao.
Mr. Chairman, there's no, I think, and I believe that there's no reason to continue this committee meeting tomorrow. What we need, I think, to all the members of this committee, we should caucus first to continue to talk about if we continue the committee meeting tomorrow.
Mr. Chair.
Yes,
I was about to say before you were to suspend that I will submit to you, but I just wanted to manifest I also have the other inconsistencies. I agree with you. I want to hear the police, I want to hear the CHR, and they can submit it to us. But I also firmly believe, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, that we should set an example that a witness like Matubato cannot be brought here and fool us and this, and then a senator cannot walk out, then expect the next day we'll just continue. But again, you have led this committee fairly, so I do not want to...
I'm listening to everybody here.
Yes. So I do agree with the motion of Senator Pacquiao, but I'm sure we will follow you unless you agree to... The motion, Mr. Chair, is not for us to come up with a decision, but just to terminate this part of the investigation, then get the submissions, then for the committee to assess. Of course, if you feel like another hearing later on, that is always the option of the chair, Mr. Chairman.
We must not let anybody who tries to fool the committee of the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines, to gain something out of trickery, chicanery, and fraud. We should not allow that. The Senate is bigger than all of us. And all of you have said that in so many words. So I will, against my better judgment, apparently there is a consensus here from the others that we will suspend. We will not call a hearing tomorrow, and God knows I am very relieved because I am really tired. I've been working weekends, I've been working at night, and it's not easy. We prepare. So we will suspend to assess. And where do you want to hold the next meeting? On Wednesday morning? Until further notice?
Mr. Chair, I agree with until further notice. May I just make this recommendation? I hear you, Mr. Chair. You want to assure the public na walang mangyayaring extrajudicial or may complaints. Maybe we can get an assurance from the NBI and Chief De La Rosa that while we're not hearing, if there are complaints of extrajudicial killings or of police abuse or military abuse, they can go straight to your office or to the NBI for the complaints and furnish our chairman, Senator Gordon, a copy. In the meantime, Mr. Chair, just while you're not holding a hearing.
Copy of?
I'm saying, your concern, Mr. Chair, was that kung matigil ang hearing, paano kung may mga abuses?
Correct.
So if they can assure us that their office will take the complaints and furnish you a copy of the complaint so we can follow it up, then an indefinite suspension until you feel it is right to either have a hearing or to terminate would be in order, Mr. Chair.
Yes, so I take it that the committee wants to suspend the proceedings until further notice, until we can have a caucus with the rest of the Senate, so that we can take the proper action. And so I will take that as an instruction from the committee. And therefore, we will suspend it until further notice. But before we do, I'd like to thank everyone here again. I know that some of you spent your resources to come here. And I'd like to thank particularly Director General De La Rosa for having spent the whole day and night here. We started this proceeding at 9 o'clock. I have never seen a committee work that long in a long time. I don't see anything like that. But I just want to let the people know, nakita nyo na yung Senado, hindi kami sumusuko sa trabaho at gagawin pa rin namin yan sa mga susunod na panahon. Maraming salamat po. This meeting is suspended until further notice.
Ano'y mo na ako? Mag-annotate ba ako? Ha? So ngayon po ay pansamantalang sinuspinde ni Chairman Gordon ang hearing until further announcement. So ibig sabihin, originally ito pong EJK hearing na to, itong extrajudicial hearing na isinasagawa ng Senate, ng Senate Committee on Ethics and Human Rights. Sinasabing originally 3 days to, so dapat today, tomorrow hanggang Wednesday, 3 sunod-sunod na araw. Pero dahil sa nangyari ngayon, pansamantalang sinususpinde ng Chairman Richard Gordon ang hearing. So bukas wala pong mangyayaring hearing until further notice. Ibig sabihin nito, hanggang sa maramdaman na ng Chairman na kailangan na ulit ituloy itong isinasagawang hearing na ito o investigasyon tungkol sa extrajudicial killing. So medyo nagkagulo ngayong hapon dahil nga nung biglang lumabas yung issue na ito pa lang si Chairman o si Edgar Matubato ay mayroong kaso sa NBI na nakasampa. So ibig sabihin nito, merong pending case ng kidnapping with ransom itong si Edgar Matubato. Pagkatapos nito ay inakusahan nga o sinabihan nga si Senator Laila de Lima ng material concealment dahil sa hindi umano nito sinabi itong bagay na ito sa chairman. So wala silang alam sa pangyayaring ito kaya't nagalit si Senator Gordon sa pagkakataong ito. Nandito ngayon si Senator Trillanes para ma-interview.
Saan tayo patungo? Abangan natin bukas para mas may liwanag. Hopefully the insights from the other senators may help us resolve the mess we're in.
Pero paano po yun? May conclusion na sila obviously eh. Kung sa inyo, kapanipaniwala si Matubato, kina Senator Gordon, hindi siya kapanipaniwala. So, paano pa po ito uusad?
Well, like I said, you'll just have to win over the people because all of us here are beholden to the people we serve. So pagka nakumbinsi yung taong bayan, yun lang naman pinaka-importante dito. And lalo na sa ganitong usapin kasi credibility pinag-usapan, so subjective yan. Sa aking paniniwala, lahat ng sinabi ni Mr. Bato-Bato, substantially, totoo. Wala siyang talagang, in fact, nobody wanted to believe him. Nobody wanted to believe na this Sally Macdum exists. Tapos ngayon, nag-nitpicking na kami. Di ba?
So, yan po yung pahayag ni Senator Trillanes na sa kabila ng mga doubts o yung pagdududa sa mga testimonya ni Edgar Matubato ay naniniwala pa rin siya na totoo ang mga sinasabi ni Matubato at totoo ang mga ipinahayag niyang testimonya nung mga nakaraang hearing. So, babalikan po natin kayo, i-update natin kayo kung ano yung mga nangyayari dito sa Senado. So, definitely, bukas po ay suspended ang hearing. Papakiramdaman natin at makikibalita tayo kung kailan itutuloy itong hearing na to at kung hanggang kailan tatagal itong isinasagawang hearing na ito. Yan muna ang ating update mula dito sa Senado. Para sa PTV News, Marita Muahe.